Well, progress is progress. This is the right side fender. And this is where there was a great big hole in the previous videos. And today I made up a patchwork and welded it back in, and I still have to make the hole for the bolt that protrudes through from the frame. And show you a little bit of the repair work back here. It looks, similar to what the factory had as far as the straight edge and everything. So that's turned out pretty good. But I also want to show you the progress on the cab. In previous videos I showed that I was going to take out the lead, and I did take out the lead, and the metal is real nice underneath, but I wanted to make sure when I took the lead out that there weren't any cracks or anything underneath. So it's hard to tell with the lead being on top of that. And also you can see, well, sort of see, just how deep these dents are, where when they put these things together they just kind of beat a dent into them and then filled them up with lead. Not a lot of finesse there, but the metal is super nice, and you can see on this side as well, it looks real good. Now this weld here on this cowl piece is some sort of a fusion weld. It's the same thing they did on the back of the cab, and that weld runs all the way up through the cowl. And really what it was is both panels, one was grounded, one was charged, and they kind of push them together and they would just meld into each other. So it's kind of a fusion type weld. But up here, this is more of more of a stick weld. You can see evidence of the pattern of a stick type welder. So those will get filled in. I'll probably use a fiberglass type putty to fill that in. But also I wanted to show you all the cracks that I've welded. And I'll just start here on the door jamb. There's a couple little ones there. Come down, and there's a couple more there. One thing in particular was there was a crack in the bottom of the dash, and it ran all the way into this mount for the steering column. But the big deal was all the cracks here on the floor. Now these are spot welds where the seat riser was, so that's not a big deal. But if you look here, if you can see it, this is a heavier structure in here, and this thing was cracked all the way across because the floor had been knocked up, like I had said in previous videos. I welded around the perimeter of these plates. Big crack here, there. If you look to the other side, same kind of deal, bunches and bunches of cracks, and the same way with that inner structure was busted out. But then I had to work on the outside here, kind of the cowl rocker area, and I welded that back together. There were cracks down in here on this. All these spot welds were busted loose, same way up there. Now the firewall was cracked and it was wavy, and so what I did is I had to put some relief cuts in and then re-weld them, and it'll take a little bit of filler to make those. But now this thing before was real flexible, now it's really stiff. Same way over here, there were cracks, and these corners on both sides were busted up pretty bad. Got those straightened out, and let's see what else. The back of the cab was really bad, beat up. I've got a good bit of it hammered out. It's going to take some more to smooth it. Let me see if I can lift this cab up. Sure I can. And let's just see. I'm going to show you the bottom of this. That's the lower part of the cowl. There were cracks in those areas of separation. Then down here at the back of the cab, this whole corner was just cracked to pieces on both sides. And there you can see the bottom of the cab mount and where the penetration has come through. There's some of the repair welds there. And like I said, the whole back of the cab was separated. These are all welds that I've re-welded to try to get it back solid again. There's a few more. And then here's the bottom of the other cab mount. And there you can see the pattern of the weld build up. And same way with this cab corner. I still have the hole to fill right there, but all this was just cracked to pieces. So it's come a long way. There's still some blending to do, smooth out some of these welds, and do a little more hammer and dolly work, and get started on filler and get the cab into shape. So it's coming along.